We've started our understanding sources chapter by talking about audio input capture and output capture, but there is more to audio than this. So first, as we can see, we still have our desktop audio and our microphone audio, and it's picking up the mic. This is, of course, the meter that's picking it up. But there are a few things that we can do to enhance this. And first, we'll have a look at some of the properties. Now, we've spoken about the meters, and now we have some extra options. We have a cogwheel here, which gives us a lot of different options. We've seen a few of them, but we've not gone into the filters, which we have none on this instance. We have, on this instance rather, we have our properties, which are really nothing out of this world, just choosing the device. And device timestamps we won't need for now. That's more for synchronization. We also have the advanced audio properties. Now this gives us our first insight into what more we can do with audio. Now here we have our desktop audio and our microphone audio and the volumes. Now once the volumes start changing, you can also see them changing on the bottom left on the menu, because they are the same property. And I can type here as well, so if I type 0, we are back to normal. The same can be done for each and every source. I could also change the balance, so as you can see on the mic, if I change the balance to the right, only the right bar comes up. If I change the balance to the left, only the left bar comes up. Now, you won't be able to hear the audio changing here, because of course I'm recording on a separate source. When we get into the advanced stuff, we will actually be hearing what the changes are. And we have an interesting option here, which is mono. Now, mono, I would suggest when we are picking up a microphone input. So in the case of this microphone AUX, which is picking up the main mic, if I tap mono, then it's equal on both left and right sides. If I untick it, you can see that the left is slightly higher than the right. It's very slight, but it is there. If I tick mono, then they're both the exact same level. I suggest this for every mic. Mono is where it should be. Our voices are mono. They only go one direction. There's no left or right. This, of course, depends if you're using a special microphone, which is stereo, and you want to send that stereo effect. Say this is usually something for ASMR recordings. In that case, you don't want to tick that. You do when you want just the microphone recording, as this instance is. Sync offset can go negative and positive, so that's positive and that's negative. This is offsetting or delaying or advancing the audio. So if you have a camera and a microphone which are out of sync, you can play around with the values to get them to synchronize. You can test by recording and checking if it sounds right on the recording compared to what you're seeing. There are a few techniques you can use, but it involves a lot of advanced calculations. They're not really advanced calculations, but you need to know a few numbers before going into this. So I'd suggest winging it first. Do it at 50 millisecond increments. This will usually be the case if you're using a camera with a capture card, so there will be some offset. You can treat it there. In audio monitoring, we have 3 options, which is monitor off, monitor only, and monitor and output. If I monitor off, then you will not be able to hear anything on your headphones. The output just goes out. If I do monitor only, then you'll hear it on your headphones or on your speakers. And as you can see in brackets, it says mute output. If I do monitor and output, it's both outputted to the stream and both to your audio source, speakers, headset, so you can hear it. We also have tracks, and tracks we will see in a later stage, but here we can define on which track we want the device to be outputted to. In this case, we'll leave it as default, which is all the tracks. And that means we don't have to touch anything later. But when we get into the settings, we will be able to see what we can actually do with audio tracks. In the next video, we'll be checking out a little bit more techniques, specifically the filters available for our audio devices. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Check out the links in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.